What's up, guys and gals? It's your host of the most, Griever, as always, bringing you guys another live reaction for the latest chapter of Ayakashi Triangle, chapter 128. Without further ado, let's get underway and see what Shadow Mai's big plan in incorporating female Matsuri into the fold and actually confirming for female Matsuri basically that she is the real one and boy Matsuri is an omokage, is a fake for all intents and purposes, but also a curse and controlled by the Gogyo-sen. Now, that part of it still remains to be seen. How much are they really going to divulge on that front? So, without further ado, let's get underway. The cover page is the young heart, Kanade, and Shirogane popping bubbles. Alright, blowing and popping bubbles, why not? The sound of dreams expanding like bubbles. Chapter 128, the Gogyo-sen's romantic comedy plan. Alright. Let's see. Okay, so we start off. Matsuri, you took forever in the bath. Okay, so we're continuing the scene. I wonder, is female Matsuri going to treat boy Matsuri any different? Going to out the idea? I don't know. Let's see. We started eating without you. Oh, okay. I mean, hell yeah. I mean, why not? When the food's hot, I'm one of those sticklers for that stuff, ladies and gentlemen. When the food's hot, you know, eggs go cold the moment they leave the damn frying pan. Eat, you know, wait for table manners later. Eat the damn food while it's hot, right? Let's see. Is something wrong, says Grandpa. Nope, I just got a bit dizzy from the heat. And, of course, our obligatory shot of Shadow Mai's assets. You got that, Matsuri? This is a secret between two. Oh, of course. It's the whole, you're going to work together with me, but you can't tell anybody. Yes, of course. Classic. You got that, Matsuri? This is a secret between the two of us. Hey, why do you even tell me this? And Shadow Mai, of course, blushing and not willing to go on to the whole, this is the same reason she didn't go to Garaku and all that stuff, is doesn't want to admit deep down she is slowly regaining her human feelings. I told you, didn't I? I'm using you as my minion. I need you to take down boy Matsuri for me. Alright, interesting. So there we are. Oh yeah, I guess they're sleeping in the same room. I mean, it is their room. Here, your pillow. Oh, thanks. It's strange how we've gotten used to this. I mean, us living together. I know, right? Alright, so, yeah, you're basically talking to yourself, so it would be interesting. So he's an omokage who carries the curse of the Gogyo-sen within him. Alright, so we're getting all the info. It sounds plausible, but can I really trust everything that Mai says? Also good. Actually, also a good thing that Shadow Mai comes into the bath and all of a sudden says, hey, I know who the fake is. You are, you know, so let's work together to dispose of it. Shadow Mai, of course, we know is not doing this out of, like, spiteful reasons or anything like that. However, female Matsuri does have cause and reason to doubt everything Shadow Mai says. Taking it at face value might not be the best plan. So actually, yeah, she might still even doubt it. Can I really trust everything she says? Maybe it's another one of her tricks. It could be. That's actually good. And now we actually get to see the Gogyo-sen sitting in their formal chamber of secrets or what have you. No basilisk in this chamber of secrets, but nonetheless. Well, there might be. Maybe there's a giant snake in here. Who knows? Now, let us ponder our next step. How shall we take the Ayakashi medium's purity? Now, so once again, I'm going out on a limb here, but they don't need to just straight up kill the Ayakashi medium. By the sounds of it, if they take her purity or chastity, her virginity pretty much, if they soil her, you know, sort of idea, then that's almost as good. It destroys her powers or something like that. I think I brought this up last time, the movie Immortals with Henry Cavill, before he was super famous. There was that idea, the prophet woman who basically, as a virgin, she could see into the future once she laid, you know, spoiler alert for an old movie, but when she laid with Henry Cavill's character, that was the ends of it. She could no longer see the future or anything. She lost her vision powers. So once again, I think they're implying here the idea is if they corrupt her, but not only, it might not just be straight up, okay, if she's not a virgin, you know, she loses her powers. It could be because male Matsuri is currently has the curse inside that we saw Shadow Mai when she dove into his soul and all that stuff. The corruption and the god-killing curse and everything is right there. So maybe the whole act of the act of having sex or whatever it's not just the act of sex, it's because it would have to be with Boy Matsuri that would corrupt her purity, because he is literally a walking talking curse. So maybe it's one of those things, you know. Hard to say. This is one of those things I wish they'd sort of spell it out a little better for us, you know, and just straight up say, okay, it's not that the Ayakashi medium, if she's not a virgin, she loses all her powers or she's corrupted or whatever. It's the cursed version, and that's what I'm going to go off of until told otherwise. It's because Boy Matsuri is the Gogyo-sen's curse, and if the Gogyo-sen's Boy Matsuri curse has, you know, relations with Suzu, then that's what breaks the power or kills her or what have you. So I'm going off on that assumption going forward until we're told otherwise. And let's see. She got flustered by us splashing water on the puppet. Why not just sneak into her room at night and be done with it? No. Well, actually, that could absolutely work. But he's like, no. It's like, no, that would totally work. She's a horny teenage girl. That would 100% work. It's still too early to bring out the power of the god-killing curse. Why? We need to capture Suzukanade's heart with what they call a date. But, alright. Gogyo-sen, you must not have gotten out much in the last 1,000 years or so, because Suzu's already in love with Matsuri. She might be confused because, of course, there's now 2 of them, but she is in love with Matsuri wholeheartedly. The need for a date would almost just be a prelude, sort of irrelevant to doing the deed. So, this is unnecessary, but okay. A date, huh? But we Gogyo-sen have never done such a thing before. Yeah. Something about you guys told me that you never gotten laid before, you know? More unmarried marriage counselors, just like priests. Alright, let's see. True, because romance is for the weak. Oh. Alright, this is going in an interesting tale of woe. I heard a game called bowling is popular among the youth, is it not? Actually, people make fun of people who go bowling. I love bowling. Bowling was fun when I was a kid, it was fun when I was a teenager, and it's still fun as an adult. Bowling is definitely fun. Or that dance craze the kids love. Go-go dancing, was it? Oh my... Alright. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Book is Date Ideas, the Fall Edition. He's actually got a magazine. I propose the Aquarium Facility. Sui-sen, what is that you're reading? It's a Date Ideas Fall Edition. I mean, actually, the aquarium is usually quite popular, not only just in the East, but in the West. Even not for date purposes, people love going to the aquariums and the zoos and stuff like that. When I was on a road trip for Canada Day with a bunch of friends, we stopped in Quebec City's big, you know, wildlife preserve, zoo-ish aquarium area, and it was a blast. It was damn awesome. So yeah, that's all right. That's not a bad spot. Yeah, I failed to see how looking at seafood could be captivating. Well, I mean, you're asking the hard questions here, Gogyo-sen. Sui-sen, I guess your name is. You're asking some of the more challenging questions. Alright. I think it's just because, you know, seeing things underwater and stuff with all the lights and the fish and stuff is just kind of cool. You know, it is what it is. I think it's kind of cool. Plus, I mean, you can always picture, if you're not really into animals, you can always think like, I wonder if that would make good sushi. You know, like, I mean, you know, there's 2 ways to looking at it. Might make you hungry, but it's dark in there. Ideal for setting the mood. Alright. Here we go. So he's actually... So Sui-sen seems to be the only Gogyo-sen with some actual like good ideas. It's like, all right, we know nothing about dating, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go pick up a magazine all about date ideas, and then I'm going to study this material, no different than studying for a test or science, math, English, anything you're studying, and I'm going to use that and make an educated guess on what is a good spot for a date. I mean, he's the only one putting in the effort. I'm just saying, he's the only one putting in the effort. So let's see. Ha ha ha, perfect. Oh, the eyes again. Then, let us proceed with the date at the aquarium plan. Alrighty. And there's Suzu in bed. Boy Matsuri used this handkerchief. Yeah, a Matsuri smell. Okay, seriously. Once again, I gotta give props to Suisen for putting in the effort, actually making a try, studying the right materials. But the first one, I forget who it was, basically said, why don't we just sneak into the room and be done with it right now, right tonight? It would be so easy. He was not wrong, okay? Look at this. She's sniffing a handkerchief. You know? So, let's see. And the phone goes off. Huh? Matsuri, boy. I want to get closer to Suzu. So, I'll just say text. A trip to the aquarium. Alright, so we're jumping away. So, they controlled Boy Matsuri to suggest a trip to the aquarium. Let's see. Sounds nice. You two have fun. Alright, so Girl Matsuri is choosing not to go right away. Wait, you're not coming, says Suzu? I was hoping the three of us could go together. Okay, so it wasn't really worded like a date. Interesting, interesting. But now we're in this situation. If I went, we'd probably just have another fight. But, I mean, that's true too. So, she's like, yeah, no, go have a good time sort of idea. Or is she thinking, have to wait and see how this develops. Suzu, it's our turn. Alright, I'm coming. So they're at, they're in gym class or whatever. What are you doing, Matsuri? Why'd you let them go out on their own? Oh, Shadow Mai, of course. Oh, pulling her hair in a ponytail. Always a nice look. Always a good look, ponytails. Why do you let them go out on their own? I see. You still don't trust me. Well, you did cause a lot of trouble for us, May. And then, yeah, May, or Mai, I should say, she's sitting there and she's sort of, yeah, I know, but, let's see. But, literally, I want to trust you. Okay, so the idea is, Shadow Mai comes up and basically says, I'm not completely convinced, of your intentions regarding giving me the information that Boy Matsuri is the Omokage and bad and all this stuff. So, but I still think that Matsuri is doing this for a purpose. So let's see. But I want to trust you. Because if what you said is true, I'm the real Matsuri Kazumaki. Yeah, that's true too. That's very true too. And she wants to believe that, of course. I don't know why you told me, but thanks for letting me know. And Shadow Mai, of course, blushing and all that stuff, yep. I'm not trying to. However, as an Exorcist ninja, things aren't that easy. So I need to verify your information with my own eyes. This actually makes sense. I'm going to tail them, and I could use your help. Okay. Alright, so she's not just saying, yeah, no, like, I know you don't trust me and all that stuff. It's like, no. So Girl Matsuri has a plan, and it involves Shadow Mai. Alright, so they're going to be working together here and tailing them while this trip goes on. Okay, alright. Let's go then. Alright, so we're already on the date. Man, we are actually moving in this chapter. Feels like a kind of a long chapter, too. This is the first time riding the train together, huh? It is. I asked Suzu out yesterday on a whim, but it actually worked. And it is just the two of us. Okay, so of course this is still Matsuri for all intents and purposes. I have to do all I can to get closer to her. Ha ha ha, yes that's right, puppet. We are counting on you. Now show us what you can do. Okay, so the Gogyosen are actually allowing free reign of Boy Matsuri in this instance because it actually goes along with Boy Matsuri's real desires, or Matsuri's desires in general. So, to go on a date with Suzu and stuff. So, alright, here we go. Girl Matsuri really isn't coming, thinks Suzu. Does that mean she really just sees us as friends and nothing more? What is she implying there? That she sees Girl Matsuri and herself as just friends? Or does she mean that Girl Matsuri sees Boy Matsuri and Suzu as just friends currently? Alright, yeah, see, once again, this is a very confusing situation. Without even bringing up it's the same person, different genders, sexuality, and all that stuff, and all the identity stuff. Even getting away from all the heavy topics, this would be confusing, So let's see. Oh, and there's Kanade, our young heart, merged with Shirogane again. Hey, Kanade, you should switch bodies with her. No. Now, why would Shirogane want that? As I've said many times before, I think I should be the one dating Boy Matsuri. Oh, that's right, too. She wants to be the one because she's like, yeah, I am, like, the reason I've opened up and the reason Suzu is because, yeah, so she wants to be a part of that as well. Let's see. So I want to monitor how this unfolds. Sorry, Shirogane. Alright, so she's more like, she's curious about the situation. but she's not being love-struck silly, right? Those two. Oh, and Matsuri and Shadowmai get on the train. Shadowmai. Did she somehow get Girl Matsuri to go along with her to disrupt the date? And, wait, what's this strange steel box to Shadowmai? Oh, right, you're from a long time ago. Oh, now she had... Oh, that's... See, that should be focused on a little bit more, is even though we have this new storyline, we should focus more on Shadowmai's, like, what the hell is a train, you know, sort of thing, you know? So, let's see. And, oh, last page of the chapter, Boy Matsuri. I will reveal your true nature. What lies ahead on the aquarium date? Dun dun dun, end of chapter. Okay, so not a bad setup chapter. A lot really going on there. The Gogyo-sen scene was kind of funny. We got a lot of moving parts right now. We have Boy Matsuri doing what he desires, but that, of course, goes in line with the Gogyo-sen being a puppet or under their control. The Gogyo-sen's plan is, of course, once again, still the seduction of Suzu for their own nefarious purposes. And then, of course, we have Shadowmai's plan and stuff. And we also have the Young Heart mixed with Shirogane trying to figure out and observe and see what exactly is going down. So, yeah, there's a lot of moving parts here. And now we're on the date. Now we're on the date to the aquarium. So this should be interesting. This should be an interesting next chapter. But yeah, I like this chapter. A lot of moving parts. But it certainly wasn't boring as the scene was starting to drag. It just, boom, we're going into a new scene. Boom, we're jumping to a new scene. Boom. Like, I think we changed settings about 5 times in this chapter alone. And, you know, not saying every chapter needs to do that, but the scenery changes and the quick pacing is actually a little bit refreshing, that we're not stalling in any regard. So very, very well-paced chapter, I thought. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, that's the chapter. That's the live reaction / review. What did you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as always. And we will see you guys back here next time for more Ayakashi Triangle chapter 129 next. Looking forward to it. Hope you guys are too. We'll see you back here next time. Sayonara.